Slam back. Welcome, everybody. So this is Reclaiming My Culture. I'm Chief Pat. I'm the Chief of Staff for the Political Education and Culture Committee, and I'm filling in for Chief Toby tonight. But this is like your, other side. Lovely co-host, as always.
Hi, everyone. So good to be here with y'all. Lamb back, Kush King. Lamb back. How are you doing, Chief?
I'm good. I'm excited this Thursday night. Like, we got a lot to talk about, and we have like an amazing guest, like one of the here. But we are raising funds. This is a fundraiser. So we're building a city. Yes, Black Hammer is building a city for colonized people, only, free of discrimination, regardless of nationality, ability, mental or physical differences. We're going to have housing. We're going to have jobs. We're going to have healthcare. There's going to be no cops, no rent, no Rona, and no white people. This is for colonized people only. So if you are a person of color on the continent that is Turtle Island, this stolen land, we're making a place for you.
Mm-hmm.
And we're raising money for that on Cash App and Venmo. Everything is BuildHammerCIty. Also on GoFundMe. Do the GoFundMe, because the GoFundMe you can leave like comments, and like people are telling the people why they want to see HammerCIty come to life, like become a reality. Like so far we've raised $40,000 and we're getting like so close to our goal.
Yes.
It's gonna be out in Florida, nice weather. We're prepared. So like help us like see like make that dream come true for us.
Lamb back, Robert. Yes, guys. So it's really important for us to donate. Our goal for tonight is $100, 100. So let's get this money flowing,
$100.
Yes.
In fact, can we open it up with $10? Can we get $10?
Yes.
So if you're watching this, we got like a couple people. We got like at least 10 people watching. So like 10 people. So 10 people can donate $1. So if we get 10 comments right now, donate $1. We love that. If we get one person donate $10, so we can get into how we reclaim our culture here at Black Hammer. All right, come on, somebody.
Let's get this
while we're waiting for the people, because there is a little bit of a delay. Why do you want to see HammerCIty become a reality as like a Black Hammer member?
I want to see Black Hammer thrive because we are doing this for our people and we need each other. So I feel so inspired to be here just because I'm surrounded myself with people who are so driven to commit to our land, to literally go out to the streets, do our diligence of showing what we're all about. And I want to see HammerCIty grow. I want us to have our jobs, our land back, our homes, and not depend on colonialism, not depend on capitalism, period.
Land back. I unite with that. And it looks like we got $10 from Chief I.
Yes.
Chief I wants to see HammerCIty, and Chief I wants to see the rest of the show. So if you want to see HammerCIty and the rest of the show, make sure you hit up that GoFundMe, BuildHammerCIty, Cash App, Venmo. I think we even have a PayPal. Like whatever way you can get us money, get it to us. All right, so let's get into the show. So show us what you got. So tonight we have the I can't describe them any other way than amazing Chief Suh, Chief of Membership of Black Hammer Org, and a member of the Southern Region of Black Hammer. Land back, Chief. Welcome.
Land back.
Land back. Happy to be here.
How you feeling tonight?
I'm good. I'm excited for this.
We're glad you're here to join us. So like we have this little like video clip of you that we're gonna get into.
Yes.
Ask you some questions about like who you are and what you like do in Black Hammer and how you reclaim your culture. But let's play it. Let's see that video. Like we got
I'm excited.
All right, so I'm gonna...
Lovely Comrade is going to share some poetry with us. Please lend your attention. Nice. Oh yeah.
Hi, so this is not exactly poetry. I am going to be going off the top. Black Power, my name is Suh. I'm the Chief of Membership of the Black Hammer Organization. I was arrested.
But it's behind. It's but I got them in the phone.
Black Power, my name is Suh. I'm the Chief of Membership for the Black Hammer Organization. Organizer, I was also arrested for the 2017 toppling of the Durham Confederate Monument. I want to talk to y'all about self-determination. Because as queer people, that is what we lack, and particularly colonized people of color, queer people, and particularly Black trans women. That lack of self-determination manifests within capitalism, within colonialism, within imperialism, and it goes so deep that the life expectancy of a Black trans woman is 35 years old because she cannot even have self-determination over her own gender. Her own gender. Which leads us to that. It is time to burn this shit down. That's why we're gathered here today. And I want to talk to y'all about Stormy, the Black lesbian who was the first one to throw a brick. And I want to talk to y'all. About Marsha P. Johnson. People colonized trans and queer women, and yes, they burned that shit down because there is nothing more beautiful. They built. I want to talk to you about STAR, their organization. The Street Trans Action Revolutionaries. Yes, revolutionaries. Yes, they were socialists. Yes, they were communists. They didn't just throw bricks. They didn't just start fires. So blessed be those bricks. Blessed be those fires. They also took over hotels. And the fucking hood. They reprogrammed them and made them places so that young trans people, overwhelmingly colonized trans people, Black and brown trans people, can have a place to live. They provided an organization to protect them against the pigs, to feed them, to clothe them. That is how we began to build self-determination. Until the blessed day we burn this whole thing down. Because all we have is each other. So in honor of Nina Pop, in honor of Dominique Jones, in honor of Ryan Millen, in honor of T.C. Gully, we need to build a world where no one lives at the expense of another.
Yes!
I'm here with Black Hammer, a revolutionary organization for colonized people. The vast majority of our leadership is queer people. And we understand that there is no liberation of anyone, if there is not the liberation of colonized queer people. In the spirit of Marsha P. Johnson, in the spirit of Sylvia Rivera, an organization that does both build and destroy, that wants the utter annihilation of capitalism, colonialism, white power, and imperialism, and wants to build from those ashes a new world where no one lives at the expense of another. We've been building a Black Hammer, let me tell you. We've been organized food drives, coat drives, gun clubs, community gardens, public political education, weekly rallies. We have chapters all over the United States, a chapter in Nigeria, a chapter in Puerto Rico, and a chapter in the Philippines. Because of the power of organization, we have been able to distribute over 20,000 free masks, gloves, hand sanitizer, etc. to colonized
That was amazing. And yes, this is a fundraiser, so donate, y'all.
Let's get this money. Yes.
That was amazing. I was like, I'm literally holding back tears. Wow.
I hate videos of myself. That's the first time I've watched that all the way through. But
Really?
yeah, it was hot that day. It was mad hot.
Own it. Own it. That was powerful, Chief. Powerful.
All right. So if you want to hear Chief Suh spill that tea, let me get another $10. So we need.
Yes. Let's get this money flowing. Yes.
We're gonna ask Chief Suh some questions about what they do for their chapter and the organization and how they reclaim their culture. Yes, Jade.
Yes.
$10. Who got it? 5. Can we get it from? Can we get? Can we get 2 people with $5?
Yes.
5 people with $1. Then another 5. Let's get 10 before we start.
Let's get this money, y'all. We need to keep building Hammer City.
Stand back. I know y'all want to be free. We gotta build this. This is so important. We see, white power crumbling around us. This election is on stolen land anyway. The election is fake. America is fake. But the effects that these material conditions have on our people is so real. And to combat that, we did the whole PPE thing. I think I said 20,000 or something free masks. That was at the time that I made that video. Now it's over 120,000 free masks. But we understand that it gets to a point, the level of this material conditions, if we want to be real, it was already at that point 500 years ago when they first came over here, but it's now gotten to a point where we as dialectical materialists know the only way for us to survive as a people and be able to continue and wage revolutionary struggle is to build Hammer City and get there. And thinking of all the people who are suffering from homelessness, people who are starving, people who, the pigs on their back, they can't walk down the street without fear for their lives, or worse, fear for their children's life. That's not going to be a thing in Hammer City. We're going to protect each other, we're going to be able to practice the things we love without the confines of capitalism. Imagine being able to make art just because you want to make art. Land back, Chief Robert.
Land back, Robert, yes.
I'm just ranting now. I just really want to get there, y'all. Land back, Comrade.
Land back, yes.
So we can get into the Spill That Tea segment, land back. And thank y'all for y'all donations. Keep donating throughout the show. Let us know what you're donating in the comments. All right. So Chief Suh, you're the chief of membership for Black Hammer. So what does that mean?
Well, for me, membership itself is just the acknowledgement and the work that goes in towards the fact that we can't do anything without the masses. But on the flip side of that, right, once we win the masses, then our victory in this revolution is not even possible, but literally inevitable. So day-to-day work of my role, International Chief of Membership and Recruitment, is leadership for the all the chapters, right? And then I got to salute Chief Muhammadu and Chief Shul and Chief Hassam, who are, because it's all split up into regions, right? They're leaders of those regions. And so just making sure the chapters are progressing the way they need to and new ones are being built. So that's the one side. And the other side, we have the departments within the committee of membership, right? So intake, coordination, and recruitment. And so, just keeping things moving, keeping things going. I have to salute my brilliant comrades, because it's always the brilliance of the collective that pushes us forward. I'm just sort of at the top of the ship trying to get us where we need to go. And my real goal for this is obviously to win the revolution, but I don't want any colonized person to not know that there's a light at the end of the tunnel, the light of revolution, the light at Hammer City. We got to bring that to them. Yeah.
Land back.
Oh, Jorly, you want to ask anything?
Yes, I'm wondering, Chief. So you just mentioned a couple of minutes ago how it's weird to seeing all of us. I feel I resonate with that thought of not getting used to seeing ourselves empower people around us. So my question to you is, now looking at yourself, what are your thoughts looking back at that moment?
I think it really ties back to our fourth principle of unity, right? It's not just, that it's not a passive statement capitalism, colonialism, and imperialism needs to be smashed. It's like, no, we are the leadership that needs to smash colonialism. And we so rarely ever see ourselves in positions of power under the system. And if we do, it's someone who's petty boo that sold out so hard that they get a platform, and this like neoliberal bullshit, like, or bullcrap, like representation, which, what does that mean? Like, to see ourselves and our oppressors, is that supposed to be a big win for us? Like, if you want to see yourself in something, see yourself in the revolution. So for me, like, part of what is so powerful about Black Hammer as an organization is seeing colonized people leading their communities, passing out PPE, being recognized by their community as a leadership, and more importantly, those communities being able to see themselves as their own leadership. Like, we don't need anyone else to tell us how, where, when to fight for our liberation. Like, and yeah, when we come to that idea of power, we have to understand that it's not a power struggle. Like, I think Kwame Ture talked a lot about this. Like, the issue is not of racism is not like that it's bad ideas in people's head. It's a power issue. So on so many levels, power is just so important, I feel. Yeah. I don't know if that answers it. I'm a regular, y'all.
That definitely does.
Land back. Appreciate it, Chief.
I think we got another donation.
Ooh.
Renata donate. Yeah, come Renata. Thank you for your $5. Land back. So yeah, I have one more question. So what does your work with like the Southern region in your chapter look like?
Yeah, so really the Southern region work is broadly the Southern region, but my chapter's work is really meeting the masses where they're at, serving the people, and through serving the people, recruiting them to fight for their own liberation, but also just understanding, talking, learning from the masses. Like, we go out and, shout out, salute to Chief Suh, the leader of my chapter. We go out every weekend and we go and we pass out PPE, or we pass out groceries, or we go flyer, or we go poster all over, the states that we're in, the state that we're in. And what's so powerful to me about that is, like, it's not just a one-way unilateral thing. It's like, just as much as we're helping someone by handing them a mask, they're helping us by telling us where they're at, right? Because if we're serving the people, we need to know the material conditions, and we need to be able to talk to them about, like, why, Hammer City is the answer. And really just engaging the masses. It's like, I think about Fred Hampton all the time, because he talks so much about this idea of, like, bathing yourselves in the masses. He even in a speech talks about being high off the people. And so outreach for me is particularly important, just because being like chief of membership, I get so busy. There's so many meetings, sometimes like right after one of it, like bam, 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 bam. There's so many meetings. There's so many agendas. There's so many action items. There's so much running around, doing this, that, the other, like 24/7, that when I go out with my comrades, my fellow hammers, and hand a mask to someone and ask them, what's the biggest problem in your life? Like, how do you think we should get free? And then they tell me something that's basically Hammer City exactly, but they just don't even know it exists yet. Like, that reminds me why I do all of that shit. Why I stay up all night, like, doing what I do, for the organization, why all of us stay up, because it's not only me. It is not only me who has dedicated my entire life and every second of every day to this. It is not only me. It's a lot of us, right? And it reminds me why we do that. That's, to me, is the best part, like serving the people, being amongst the people. Yeah.
Land back.
I love outreach. I love doing outreach.
And with that, like, join Black Hammer. Like, if you're looking for a revolutionary organization that isn't about that, like, BS, we don't let white people lead in this organization. We are under our own leadership and dictatorship. You can give us your reparations. You can give us your skills. You can't join. But if you're looking for the work, because voting is not the work. Voting, that's the least action that you could take and walk away. You can't walk away from this. Like Chief Suh said, night and day, that's what this is. So if you're ready to do that, and we understand we have colonial contradictions, we have jobs, we have families, we have lives to take care of, do what you can to make a difference for tomorrow.
That's right.
Like for your family, like for those people you take care of, like for your friends. And that's why we want you to donate to BuildHammerCIty too. Like it's not just for us, it's for all colonized people.
Stand back.
Stand back.
It is so much fun.
Yes.
All right, so what's up next? What do we got? Celebrity distraction.
You're so distracted, you can't even get to distractions.
All right, so our first story. You want to read this one, Jorly?
Yes. So our first story is the baby's older brother passes after alleged suicide. So TMZ learned the rapper older brother Glenn took his own life Tuesday in Charlotte, North Carolina. Oh my God.
And that's such like a common thing with colonized men, like because like in these systems, like we don't have a place to like express ourselves and like tell, like I don't know what this particular like brother was going through, but like to like take your own life, I can only imagine. And a lot of all of that comes from colonialism. That pressure, that weight that we feel, that like need to like measure up, whatever it is, like it can be like a number of things that like push people to that point. But like it stems from us passive functioning in something that's unnatural because it's not something we had any say in building.
That's right.
My ancestors didn't have a choice when they brought us over here on boats. And it's like, oh, this is what you do now. But that's not who you are.
I also just want to say F TMZ. Like, F them for real. They be breaking shit, and it's just like, that is not, like, appropriate.
So personal.
To do. But, yeah, like, it's exactly what you said, Chief Pat. It's like, not only does colonialism exert, like, genocide on us, like, it doing it to us, but it'll put us in a place where it's so bad that we do it to ourselves.
It's not even not considering like the family and like what they're going through, you know? It's that lack of humanity that we see because of colonialism.
That's my hometown too. Like, you know, he came up from my hometown, yeah. And it's just so common. The only reason this was news is because, you know, the baby is famous.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, please remember to like and click that notification bell and subscribe to us on YouTube, the Black Hammer channel. And if you're watching this on Facebook, make sure you do the same thing. Follow Black Hammer Org on Facebook and subscribe.
And I'm back, y'all.
All right, next story. Okay, so Lil Nas X calls out Dave East for being homophobic. We got this video, but Lil Nas X was just trying to barb in peace after paying homage to Nicki Minaj. But fast forward, Halloween, Lil Nas did this great Halloween costume photo shoot.
He ate that.
He killed it.
For real. Like, for real. And Dave East decided to go on an Instagram tangent. It's like, oh, y'all mad about me about this? Basically.
And when no one talking about Dave East anyway.
For real, out of nowhere. There's multiple videos. This is one of like many tirades and like cleanups, but we'll get into that.
Fucking Old Town Road shit is fucking whack. I don't know what the fuck is going on with hip hop, with rap, but I ain't no hater, man. But that shit is whack with a cape on it. It's super whack.
It's the ash for me.
It's a claim. That's the only time you ever get is when you hating on someone else. For me, we would not be talking about you.
I unite with that, Chief. For real, you're talking about, hey, but what are you doing right now? Period.
Like nobody asked you. Like he's just living his life. And that's our second principle of unity. Wait, like right? Like we believe that people are equal.
Yeah.
Like no matter like your gender, your sexuality,
that's
like
right.
your ability, like physical differences. Like, because that at the end of the day, that is another like extension and function of colonialism. Because what does it matter?
Mm-hmm.
What
to
you can contribute.
like,
Yeah.
and furthermore, like you creating all these divisions, like he is, like it says in that principle of unity, it's an attack on our ability to be a united people, and therefore it's an attack on our ability to get free. So like, there's nothing more whack than that. He tried that little line, like he couldn't even get it off, like super whack. Like, okay, good one. He said it like he was like the most clever person ever. But yeah, no, it's so, yeah, it's a literal, yeah, it's some bullshit.
Land back, Jamie.
Land back. Oh, sorry, next story.
Oh boy.
Lil Wayne's Trump endorsement got him dumped. You told like Jorly, you take this one because you brought this one up. This one was like, I didn't know about this.
Yes, so apparently it says Lil Wayne's enthusiastic endorsement of Donald Trump last week. The rapper's girlfriend has dumped him, according to blogger Love B. Scott. Wayne's girlfriend, the model Denise B. confirmed. I apologize for that. The split on her Instagram. I was just I'm not surprised because there's been a lot of sellouts coming out that I was not surprised about. And with this one, I'm like, you know what? Not surprised, honestly.
He's been caping for cops for a long time.
Exactly.
He has a song about like fucking a lady cop. I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me.
Allegedly. But no, like these like, I'm really trying not to curse. Like they turn feds so fast. Like come over here and get this political money. Like especially like in this political climate and season, like people that you never heard talking about politics in their entire career are like, oh, I'm meeting with Trump, I'm doing this, and I'm like, rappers aren't the leaders of the black community. Like who asked you? And this is why you can't like fall for this type of stuff. Like these people are given a platform too. Like that money comes at a price.
That's right. Land back.
Blood money. So if we must, we're gonna take a second. It's gonna take a second for this to like load up. These are the most current results of the snake race, because this is an election on stolen land. Like we in November, and they want to like celebrate this Thanksgiving BS. Like F Thanksgiving, like on stolen land. On stolen land, an election of a presidency on stolen land. Really, this is what we're doing, and people are scared because of this. What do y'all think about this?
I feel like people are too focused on the election instead of focusing on like what matters, which is giving Indigenous people what we are waiting for and what we've been working for, which is getting our land back. And sadly, because of the media, that just deviates away because there's so much going on, especially with the elections, that people tend to forget about the bigger picture.
Yeah, and that's like a host of thing that's gone on historically, even like within the last like decade or so of like our lives, right? Like you had the Occupy Wall Street movement crushed by the election. You had the Ferguson uprisings crushed by the elections, and you had all these like, you know, Black liberation uprisings against the pigs crushed by the liberations. And it's just, you know, like it's frustrating to see people quoting Malcolm X one day and then urging people to vote the next day. It's like that's not how we get free, and it's illegitimate. Like I'm not gonna legitimatize this genocide settler project by picking one of the two colonizers to run it.
That's right.
Shit gone.
That's right. And for me, it's more of, you know, it just lingers in my mind, but at the same time, it gives me a peace of mind that organizations such as Black Hammer, this is why we do what we do. We cannot wait for these people to do something about it, because they won't, period.
Ever.
It's on us, and that's it.
I unite. Like currently, like Biden is ahead, but like it doesn't do anything to change the like material conditions for colonized people, like no matter who's in that seat, because they're serving white power. The U.S. election is such a distraction. Literally 2 years before the election, they start with the propaganda. Oh my God, the commercials, the endless commercials about voting. Just vote from all sides. They got every type of colonized person they could find up on these commercials.
And I think Trump set us back, but like not in the way that other people think he set us back, because he's the same as all the other ones. He's just honest about it. But I think he set us back because he made it so easy for people to slip in this liberal hyperfixation on him. Like he's the problem. It's just like it's so far from the truth. Like Donald Trump is not the problem.
Period.
You know, land back, Comrade J. Yes.
I just feel like, you know, we need to continue as, you know, as an organization, as Indigenous, Black, Brown individuals. We just have to continue to stay connected and fight the power, because we got in the end of the day.
I mean, I hope Trump wins so like y'all don't fall back to sleep and think y'all safe in the arms of Kamala and Sleepy Joe. Quite honestly, but whatever, however the chips may fall, you can still join Black Hammer and actually like donate to BuildHammerCIty, because this is a fundraiser. This is what we're here for. We're trying to get some money to help provide a material solution.
That's right.
To these colonial contradictions.
Yeah, I've never even looked up how much they spend on campaigns, but I'm sure it's absolutely ridiculous and
millions. PR firms, like booking agents, like commercial studios, like
the traveling,
casting. They have casting calls for these, like getting like it's really easy to get on a propaganda commercial.
Oh,
That's why
yeah.
they have so many colonized people. They're like, oh, yeah, like you're what? Oh, God, yeah.
They actually, when I went to home for 9 months back to Puerto Rico, and it's funny because I get an email from Bloomberg campaign.
I forgot
and I literally had to screenshot the email because the way that they rephrased like looking for colonized people was so disrespectful. It was so disrespectful, and it just puts you, it made me think that they actually don't care about us. Look at the way that they're reaching out to us. You know, that's not, no, like I'm a human being. Like you can't bring fake promises to me because we all know the reality, period.
$11 billion on campaigning? Yeah.
Can you imagine if we had got $11 billion? First of all, we'd already be free, but there would be Hammer. You couldn't. It would be all Hammer City. Fuck Hammer City. It would be Hammer Globe, bitch. Like
exactly.
Imagine what we could have done with that money for our people.
That's right. That's why we gotta donate, y'all.
Donate to BuildHammerCIty.
Yes.
GoFundMe, like leave a nice like little comment. Make sure you told them you were watching Reclaiming My Culture. So put RMC in the notes. And tell us why you're doing. Like, before we move forward with the show, like let's get another 10. Can we get another 10? We got another 10 in the crowd tonight. Call your friends. Ask them for $10. Like,
somebody wants $10 up in this house.
No, we trying to get, okay, let's get 5. Let's get 5.
Let's get 5 in the house.
We can get $1 from 5 people. That would be great. And I know there's a little delay, but
Chief Pat said, I know there must be a delay because I know y'all got my money.
I'm serious. I'm real serious.
We'll stay here. We don't mind. We'll wait.
For real.
We got time. We early, y'all. Oh, we got $1. We got $1.
Yes,
like if you don't have it right now, you can pledge. We'll take a pledge for $5. we'll take a $1 pledge. Like if you got, like, we understand we colonize people, and sometimes we gotta wait till payday hit. So if you getting paid on the 15th, like you can pledge it for the 15th, right, and we can still get it. So donate now. We'll highlight your comments. Let us know what you're donating. Make sure GoFundMe / BuildHammerCIty, or on Cash App or Venmo, BuildHammerCIty.
Let's go.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Oh, thank you, Comrade Tiger.
Oh, yes, Tiger. How much do we have so far, Chief?
I think we have 20, 25. I may have lost count. I'll definitely look back though and see.
That's right, Tiger.
And share like shares if you don't got it, we understand. Make sure you share this with people. Like get it out to the masses. Like shares work. Shares bring in dollars too. So if you got it, share it. Like let me get one share #shared in the comments, and we'll keep going for tonight. So #shared if you shared it. Share it to your groups. Share it with your friends on your timeline. Like private messages. Like people will watch that. So let me get a #shared, and we'll keep going.
I'm tripping because I need to share it.
All right, we got one. We got to share.
Yes.
Land back.
Robert. Land back, Jamie. Land back, Tiger.
Land back, Comrade Tiger.
All right. All right, so let's keep it moving along.
Yes.
Go get your freedom. Join Black Hammer today.
Yeah.
Tisha, tell us why we should join Black Hammer today. Why should the people out there join Black Hammer?
I think it's just like, you know, recognizing, once we recognize, like we've been talking about, that this is not for us, you like naturally the next thing is like, well, where can I find something that is for me? And this is for us. Like at its core, not only are we fighting for our own liberation, but it's us. We're the ones who make the decisions. We're the ones who come together with each other to, like, you know, be colonized, brilliant people as a collective, not just moving as individuals. I think there's a million reasons to join. I think, like, for example, like just to get right? We have all these workout classes, y'all. We have a workout and or self-defense class every day of the week, every week. We have an amazing anti-colonial therapist, not the BS ones that are just—
not the feds, not the mandated reporters.
Not the one named Susan who tells you racism is in your head. A real badass African colonized revolutionary therapist. And it's just like, we're not doing that just for us to be straight. We're doing that so we can be good to fight for the revolution, which is really the greatest self-care you can ever do. Like, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, like, I was real bad up like before I joined in. Even now sometimes it gets bad, but it's just like when you have something that you're fighting for, and like when you're with your comrades struggling to overturn the contradiction that you know now through all the political education we have is at the core root of all your issues, man, it gets you out of bed in a way that you probably wouldn't get out of bed otherwise. Or for me, like, definitely, you know. And just like, I think the obviously, like, we want to be free. Like, that's why all of us are here. Like, yes, we love each other. Yes, we kiki. Like, we enjoy each other's company. But at the end of the day, we're comrades in this struggle because we all want to be free. We see what colonialism has done to our people, has done to our ancestors, will do to our children, has done to the earth. And we want to overturn that. And that's really it. Yeah.
Land back.
So
we're going to ask you, what do you do to reclaim your culture? Crap, the name of the show. Look at that.
Yeah, so I was it's actually been, you know, like a bit a struggle for me, you know, because I was adopted, and which is a whole other traumatic tragic backstory or whatever. But like the things that I have been able to do, the main one is there's this religion religion I practice. You can see my altar over there. It's called, and you can see some of the gods and ancestors. I got a picture of Kim Jong-suk. I don't know if y'all remember the book chapter we did on her. Yeah. Right up by the literal gods. You know, she's an incredible woman, revolutionary guerrilla fighter in the Korean Revolution. She hiked 250 miles in the dead of winter with no shoes. And when people later asked her what it was like, she said it was an honor to do for my people. And she was like the initial developer of the DPRK's entire military. She would, even after they waged 20 consecutive years of guerrilla war, like actual literal guerrilla war, where like people in her unit would die, like killed by Japanese imperialists. And the last thing they did was write "Long Live Korea" on their blood in the trees beside them. Shit like that. So that's why she's up there. And then after all of that, she would go to farms and like check on people, make sure that they and their land were well, because they had been given their land back from the landlords. And she would come back like years later and check them. But anyway, that's what she's up there. So yeah, just practicing Korean shamanism has been a really healing thing for me. I'm trying to learn Korean. I'm getting there. It's real shaky. I'm a black belt in Taekwondo. So I do Taekwondo, and I've been able to get back to it because we have our Black Hammer Taekwondo classes now every Monday, which has been super dope. And really, honestly, and it's going to sound like, I know I've been talking about this the whole time, but like, it really is like doing this work is the work that like my revolutionary ancestors did in Korea to liberate, you know, themselves from Japanese imperial rule, and ultimately will reunify Korea and liberate it from the U.S. presence there. And that's the thing that makes me feel most connected to my ancestors and connected to my culture, because I know that I'm doing what they were doing, you know, and what they still continue to do. Yeah.
Thank you, Ren. Yeah.
Land back.
Land back. And thank you for sharing with that with us, Chief. And that's all the more reason to join Black Hammer, because we realize motherfuckers in here, pardon my French, on Mark Zuckerberg's internet. But if you are a colonizer and you are watching this, we have a class to help you reform, rebuild, reparate. Reparate. We have some amazing teachers in our colonizer class from our Political Education and Culture Committee. It's every Sunday from 3 to 5. So you can sign up blackhammer.org/reparations. And there's some great political education. So if you rats and you're trying to be rats, just go ahead and sign up. I don't know. Sign up. It's great. It's $25. You got it. You can give us a little more if you want. Yeah, definitely do that. Yeah, we can keep going.
All right. So we got the Disaster Relief Committee. It's really important to be mindful of marginalized places that need our help. So we definitely need your support. We need your donations. Let's get this money flowing, because we gotta help our people, y'all. We can't wait for these colonizers. Period.
Our Disaster Relief Committee gets like PPE out to the people, gets health screening information, like all that you need to know about COVID in this crisis. Like regional disasters, our like Disaster Relief Committee handles that and make sure all of our chapters have what they need in the face of crisis. So like if you want to be a part of that, like if you really want to get to people on the ground, like affect some real change, unlike pulling a slot, hit up Disaster Relief at bit.ly/BH campaigns to join that committee and join Black Hammer. We got, I think something, what's next? Oh.
Yo, the first two were so good. I'm so excited for this.
It's so much fun. So, Storm of White Tears Part 3, I believe this is. It's our Commander-in-Chief Gazi Kozo with Elijah Schaefer from a reporter from the Blaze. Gonna be ripped to shreds, stream live on their YouTube. It's probably gonna be up end of the day or early tomorrow. So make sure you check out that YouTube Slightly Offensive on YouTube to check that out. It's yeah, like, are y'all like, do you even feel what's about to come?
I'm ready. I'm about to buy some popcorn because I'm ready.
The dragging of the century.
I'm ready. I need an old-fashioned drag. That's what I need to start my weekend tomorrow.
And we save all that full of colonizer. This is just banter for, like, you know, sometimes we need to get our frustrations out. So we grab a snack and watch a white man get ripped to shreds.
Right.
Land back, yes.
That's true. Comrade Tiger said campaigns is responsible for the PPE program, healthcare, Hammer City, growing food, and everything, right? And we know we're gonna have some coat drives coming up. It's getting cold again. All of that stuff. Yeah.
Oh, that's our show. So thank y'all for joining us tonight on Reclaiming My Culture, where we show you the work that Black Camera does and how, like, we take back, like, we say land back because it's not going to be given to us. Like, land back because we're going to get it back. Our culture.
We are not asking.
We are not
waiting. Period.
Make sure you hit that notification bell on YouTube so you know when, like, we're going live, like, with our rallies and our shows and all our, like, great content that we have. And subscribe so you know, like, know when it's coming up. Thank you, Chief Suh, for being our guest tonight.
No, thank you all. This was super fun.
Appreciate you, Chief. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Land back.
Land back.
Land back, y'all, and thank y'all for tuning in. We'll be here next week on Thursday. Toby will be back, and I'll be back behind the camera where I belong. Land back, y'all.
Land back.
Land back.